Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Mischa Barton. Biography and Career Overview. Mischa Anne Marsden Barton, born January 24, 1986, is a British-American actress, model, and fashion icon best known for her breakout role as Marissa Cooper on the hit television series The O.C., 2003-2006. Her performance on the show made her a household name in the early 2000s and turned her into one of the defining faces of that era's pop culture. Early life. Barton was born in Hammersmith, London, to an Irish mother and an English father. She moved to New York City at a young age and began acting as a child, performing in off-Broadway theater productions before moving into film and television. She attended professional children's school in Manhattan and later studied at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. Career beginnings. Mischa's first major screen role came in the indie film Lawn Dogs, 1997, where her performance as a curious young girl opposite Sam Rockwell earned critical praise. She went on to appear in well-known films such as The Sixth Sense, 1999, Notting Hill, 1999, and Pups, 1999, demonstrating early versatility as a performer. Breakthrough with The O.C. in 2003. Barton achieved international fame as Marissa Cooper, a wealthy but troubled teenager in The O.C., a teen drama set in affluent Orange County, California. The show became a cultural phenomenon, and Barton's character was central to its popularity. Her portrayal of Marissa's emotional depth and vulnerability resonated with audiences, but after 3 seasons, she left the series, a decision that became one of the most talked about TV moments of the decade. Post-O.C. career. After The O.C., Barton pursued film roles, appearing in St. Trinian's, 2007, Assassination of a High School President, 2008, and several independent films. She also worked in theater and took on modeling and fashion projects, becoming a muse for major designers and launching her own handbag line. Challenges and comeback. Barton's post-fame years were marked by personal and professional challenges, including health issues and legal troubles that were highly publicized by the media. However, she made a strong comeback, starring in projects like the horror film The Toy Box, 2018, and joining the cast of MTV's The Hills, New Beginnings, 2019-2021, where she revisited life in the public eye. Recent work. More recently, Barton appeared in the Australian soap opera Neighbours, 2023, marking a new phase in her acting career and introducing her to a different international audience. Legacy. Mischa Barton remains an iconic figure of early 2000s pop culture, remembered for her fashion influence, her emotional performances, and her lasting impact on youth television. Despite career ups and downs, she continues to work steadily and evolve as both an actress and creative professional. Mischa Barton. From child star to cultural icon. Early life and background. Mischa Anne Marsden Barton was born on January 24, 1986, in Hammersmith, London, England, to Nuala Barton, an Irish photographer, and Paul Marsden Barton, an English foreign exchange broker. The family relocated to New York City when Mischa was 5 years old, where she grew up in Manhattan alongside her 2 sisters, Zoe and Hania. Even as a child, Barton displayed artistic flair and emotional maturity. At age 8, she began acting in theater productions, including works by Tony Kushner and James Lapine, quickly earning respect for her natural ability on stage. She graduated from Professional Children's School, a private institution for young actors and performers, and later studied acting at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, solidifying her classical training. Early acting career, 1995 to 2002. Mischa's professional acting debut came in 1995 with the off-Broadway play Slavs, written by Tony Kushner. Critics praised her poise at such a young age, leading to further roles in stage productions and television. Her first major film role arrived in Lawn Dogs, 1997. An indie drama about a friendship between a working-class landscaper, Sam Rockwell, and a young girl from an affluent neighborhood. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, where Barton received international attention for her nuanced performance. She continued to gain momentum with small but memorable roles in Hollywood hits, such as Notting Hill, 1999, as a child actress in the movie Within the Movie Scene. The Sixth Sense, 1999, playing Kira Collins, a ghostly child who helps reveal the film's central mystery. Pups, 1999, a Bonnie and Clyde-inspired teen crime film where Barton earned critical acclaim. By her teens, Barton had already built a reputation as a serious actress, moving easily between independent films and mainstream projects. Breakthrough, The O.C., 2003 to 2006. Mischa Barton's defining career moment came in 2003 when she was cast as Marissa Cooper in The O.C., created by Josh Schwartz for Fox. The show focused on the dramatic and glamorous lives of teenagers in Orange County, California, and became a cultural phenomenon almost overnight. As Marissa, Barton embodied the contradictions of early 2000s youth culture, beautiful and privileged, yet deeply vulnerable and self-destructive. Her character struggled with love, loss, identity, and addiction, themes that resonated with millions of viewers. Barton's on-screen chemistry with co-stars Ben McKenzie, Ryan Atwood, Rachel Bilson, Summer Roberts, and Adam Brody, Seth Cohen, defined an era of teen television. She appeared on magazine covers worldwide and became a global fashion icon, known for her effortless bohemian style. The show's soundtrack, featuring bands like The Killers and Death Cab for Cutie, combined with Barton's image, helped shape early 2000s aesthetics. However, fame came at a cost. Barton left The O.C. after its third season in 2006, and her character's dramatic death in a car crash became one of the most memorable and divisive TV moments of the decade. Post-O.C. years. Career shifts and struggles, 2007 to 2015. After The O.C., Barton pursued various film projects, including St. Trinian's, 2007, a British comedy remake; Assassination of a High School President, 2008, a noir-style teen mystery co-starring Bruce Willis; Closing the Ring, 2007, directed by Richard Attenborough. While she continued to work, none of these roles matched the cultural impact of The O.C. Around this time, Barton faced intense media scrutiny and personal struggles, including hospitalization for mental health reasons in 2009, a well-publicized DUI, and legal battles related to housing and business ventures. Despite these challenges, Barton maintained a presence in fashion and independent cinema, often appearing at film festivals and in European productions. Reinvention and return to television, 2016-present. In the late 2010s, Barton began a quiet comeback. She took roles in smaller films such as The Toy Box, 2018, and Ouija House, 2018, and in 2019 she joined MTV's reality reboot The Hills. New Beginnings, a nod to her early fame and California Girl legacy. Though the show was short-lived, it reintroduced Barton to audiences and reminded many of her influence on millennial pop culture. In 2023, she joined the long-running Australian soap opera Neighbours as a new character, Reese Sinclair, marking a fresh chapter in her acting career and signaling her renewed commitment to scripted television. Fashion, influence, and legacy. Mischa Barton's influence extends far beyond acting. In the early 2000s, she was one of the most photographed young celebrities in the world, often compared to icons like Kate Moss for her mix of bohemian chic and effortless glamour. She became the face of brands like Calvin Klein, Keds, and BB, and later launched her own Mischa Barton handbag line in 2008. She was also an early example of how fame, fashion, and media pressure could shape and strain a young star's life. In hindsight, her experiences have sparked discussions about mental health, paparazzi culture, and the challenges of growing up in Hollywood. Personal life: Mischa Barton holds dual British and American citizenship. She has been open about her struggles with mental health and the invasive nature of early celebrity culture, particularly during the height of tabloid journalism. In interviews, she's expressed gratitude for surviving that era and continuing to evolve as both a performer and a person. Filmography highlights Lawn Dogs, 1997, The Sixth Sense, 1999, Notting Hill, 1999, The O.C., 2003 to 2006, St. Trinian's, 2007, Assassination of a High School President, 2008, The Toy Box, 2018, The Hills, New Beginnings, 2019 to 2021, Neighbors, 2023. Conclusion: Mischa Barton's story is one of talent, resilience, and reinvention. From her early brilliance as a child actress to her meteoric rise in the O.C. and her ongoing evolution as an artist, Barton remains a symbol of both the allure and the cost of early fame. Her career, marked by triumphs, setbacks, and rebirth, continues to fascinate audiences 2 decades after she first stepped into the spotlight. Glowing star Mischa Barton, the rise, fall, and reinvention of a 2000s icon. A star is born. Mischa Anne Marsden Barton was born on January 24, 1986, in Hammersmith, London, to Nuala Barton, an Irish photographer, and Paul Marsden Barton, an English foreign exchange broker. The family relocated to New York City when Mischa was still a child. And it was there, in the creative pulse of Manhattan, that her acting journey began. Even at a young age, Barton stood out for her intelligence and composure. She attended the Professional Children's School, a prestigious institution that has educated many young performers, while also studying at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, in London during summers. Her early exposure to theatre gave her a grounding in classical acting and a deep respect for the craft, something that would define her approach even during her years as a teen idol. The early stage, from Broadway to Hollywood. Mischa Barton's professional debut came at age 9 in Tony Kushner's Slavs, performing alongside seasoned stage actors. She soon appeared in James Lapini's 12 Dreams at Lincoln Center, a production that caught the attention of critics who praised her poise and emotional depth. By the late 1990s, Barton transitioned to screen roles. 1997, Lawn Dogs, an indie drama that premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, where Barton played an imaginative young girl befriending an outcast landscaper, Sam Rockwell. Her performance was haunting, delicate, and mature beyond her years. Critics hailed her as a child actress with the instincts of a veteran. 1999, she had small but memorable roles in Notting Hill and M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense, where she played Kira Collins, the ghost girl who delivers one of the film's most chilling and emotional scenes. Around this time, she also appeared on TV shows like Once and Again and Kablam on Nickelodeon, showcasing her versatility and comfort across genres. By age 16, Barton was already a seasoned professional, but the true explosion of fame was yet to come. Becoming Marissa Cooper, a generation's tragic heroine in 2003, Barton landed the role that would change her life. Marissa Cooper in The O.C., a teen drama about class, identity, and love set in the wealthy enclave of Orange County, California. When the show premiered, it became a cultural juggernaut. It wasn't just a TV hit, it was the soundtrack of an era. Teen magazines, red carpets, and MySpace profiles were filled with images of Barton's wistful eyes and boho chic outfits. As Marissa Cooper, she portrayed the perfect mix of fragility and rebellion. A privileged girl whose wealth couldn't protect her from loneliness, addiction, or heartbreak. Her character's relationship with Ryan Atwood, Ben McKenzie, the outsider from the wrong side of town, became iconic. The chemistry between them helped define the emotional center of the OC. Mischa Barton was only 17 when the OC premiered, and overnight she was thrust into a level of fame few could handle. She was on every magazine cover: Vogue, Elle, Rolling Stone, Teen People. Designers wanted her at their fashion shows. Brands wanted her face. Critics compared her to a young Grace Kelly, with a mix of innocence and allure that was rare in Hollywood at the time. Yet, behind the glamour, the pressures of constant public attention began to take a toll. The exit that shook television after 3 seasons, Barton left the OC. And the show killed off Marissa Cooper in a dramatic car crash that became one of the most talked about TV moments of the 2000s. The decision was controversial. Fans were heartbroken. And the series never fully recovered. Barton later revealed that she needed a break from the relentless pace, the press intrusion, and the exhaustion that came from growing up under such scrutiny. Her departure marked not just the end of an era for the OC, but the symbolic end of the early 2000s teen drama boom that had dominated pop culture. After the OC, between art and tabloid fame following the OC, Barton sought to redefine her career. She acted in St. Trinian's 2007, a light-hearted British comedy. Closing the Ring, 2007. A romantic war drama directed by Sir Richard Attenborough. Assassination of a High School President, 2008, a noir-style satire co-starring Bruce Willis. While her performances were solid, the films didn't reach mainstream success. Around this time, media attention shifted from her acting to her personal life. She faced health issues, legal troubles, and constant paparazzi harassment, a situation emblematic of the mid-2000s tabloid frenzy that also consumed stars like Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan. In 2009, Barton was hospitalized for mental health reasons, a period she later described as one of deep burnout. Yet, she handled her recovery with honesty, later speaking out about the pressures of fame and the exploitation of young women in Hollywood. Her candidness helped shift conversations about mental health in the entertainment industry. The Quiet Rebuild, a life beyond the spotlight. Throughout the 2010s, Barton focused on independent films and personal projects. She launched her Mischa Barton collection, a line of handbags and accessories, and collaborated with several fashion brands, particularly in Europe. Her indie film work during this period included You and I, 2011. Directed by Roland Joffe, The Beautiful Life, 2009, a short-lived CW series produced by Ashton Kutcher. Apartment 13033D, 2012, a horror remake. The Hoarder, 2015. A psychological thriller. While none achieved commercial breakthrough, they represented Barton's effort to rebuild on her own terms, away from the tabloid glare. Reclaiming her narrative. The comeback era. In 2019, Barton made a surprising move. She joined MTV's The Hills, New Beginnings. The reboot of the classic reality series brought her back to the Los Angeles scene, blurring the lines between her real life and the California girl image she had once defined. The move was met with curiosity. Could she reinvent herself in the age of social media? While The Hills revival was short-lived, Barton's presence added depth and nostalgia. She wasn't just another influencer, she was the original. Then, in 2023, Barton took another unexpected step, joining the long-running Australian soap Neighbours as Reese Sinclair, an American businesswoman with mysterious motives. The role introduced her to a new audience and marked her first major scripted TV role in years. Critics praised her performance, noting her maturity and self-assurance. For many, it felt like Barton had come full circle, no longer the fragile ingenue of the OC, but a grounded actress reclaiming her craft. Cultural impact and legacy. Mischa Barton's influence extends far beyond her acting resume. She became a symbol of early 2000s youth culture, the face of a generation caught between analog adolescence and the rise of digital celebrity. Her effortless boho chic fashion sense, often mixing vintage with high-end labels, shaped an entire aesthetic later embraced by stars like Alexa Chung and the Olsen twins. Moreover, her experience illustrated the dangers of media overexposure at a time when social media didn't yet allow celebrities to control their own narrative. Today, as the entertainment industry reassesses how it treats young women, Barton's story is often cited as a case study in the costs of fame and the resilience it takes to survive it. Personal life and philosophy. Barton holds dual British and American citizenship and remains deeply attached to both cultures. She's spoken openly about her struggles with anxiety, the invasive nature of paparazzi, and her desire to be recognized for her work rather than her image. In interviews, Barton often emphasizes her love for the craft of acting and her appreciation for having endured and grown from her turbulent early fame. She supports mental health awareness initiatives and advocates for safer conditions for young actors entering the industry. A legacy.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.